Hi, I'm Carol and welcome to my channel. This week, I created a casual outfit for my house model, Grace. Now, just over a week ago, I did a video where I showed a capsule work wardrobe that I created for her, and I'll leave a link for that video just above. But this week, I wanted to do something casual. And so these are the fabrics that I wanted to mix together in the outfit. And let me tell you what we have here. We've got some blue denim, which is, you can't get any more classic than blue denim for casual. And I wanted a nice dark wash. I found the lightest weight denim that I could. Since Grace is only 16 inches tall, you want to keep things as light as possible. And this I purchased. I did not have that in my collection. Then for her top, I used this, what I think is a vintage fabric. It seems to be cotton, although it might be partially synthetic. And it has a little flocked dot on it. I got this at the thrift store. It was just a little piece of yardage that was for sale at my local thrift. And I never get tired of black and white. Then this is also a vintage fabric, I believe. And this was a gift. I got this free some years back. It is a wool jersey, and I don't know how the color is showing up here, but it is a very deep forest green. Very lightweight. So that is going to be our cardigan. And then this, oh, I love this. This is a cork fabric that I got recently at the fabric store that I've made a bag for her out of. And I have made a video on how to make that bag, and I will leave that link here if you would care to take a look at that. So let's take a look at Grace. All right, here she is in her lovely outfit. I love the mix here. I just think it's lovely. So first of all, the bag is that cork fabric. And again, I've left a link there so you can see the video on how to make this. I just think it looks great. And I want to experiment more with this fabric and see what other kinds of accessories I can make with it. Maybe a belt, maybe even some shoes, because that's kind of the final frontier as far as DIY goes on doll clothes. But I think this is beautiful, and I think it just gives a really nice contrast to the rest of her outfit. And the way I made this is very, very similar to the bag, the cloth bag that I made in my previous Grace video. Let's put that aside. All right, so let's talk about the pants. The pants, I based the pants on this Designs by Jude pattern, the Basics pattern. And in my first Grace video, I made her work pants, her wool pants, exactly from this design. But what I did here is I took these pants and I made the leg much wider. I added on quite a bit to the leg so that it just drops straight from the hips. So she has wide leg jeans. And I think they look great on her. I really think that the fabric is a good weight. And I'm liking this this pant pattern more and more. And I am going to be definitely making them exactly like this again, only I'm gonna see what they look like longer. And maybe do some bells too, but it's just a really good pattern to start from if you like to tinker. So those are the pants. Then the top is really the same top that I made in my previous video, but I added the ruffle here that I made. And the top is derived from the top part of this Designs by Jude pattern, although I altered it quite dramatically. And then the ruffle, I cut this fabric on the bias and ran a gathering stitch up the center of it, and then ruffled it and then sewed it onto the top by hand. And I think that gives a nice little three-dimensionality to it. Yeah, oh, and the cardigan. The cardigan, I was just winging it on the cardigan, and I literally just put the doll on a piece of paper and drew around her to do the cardigan. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to have as few seams as possible, because on the the small size here, the seams always add bulk, and I wanted to avoid that. So I didn't want a seam here or a shoulder seam. I wanted to make it as simple as it possibly could be. So the pattern that I made, it's just a T, a big T. And this was my first go around. The second go around. The first time I made it, it was narrower through here, and I think the sleeves might have been a tiny bit, and the sleeves were shorter, but it looked really skimpy on her. It didn't go around very well, so I made it bigger. And like it says here, I just cut one on fold, so it was just one big pattern piece. And then I just, on one side of it, I just cut up to here and then clipped out a little area for her head. And then I hand sewed, I turned it under and hand stitched here with that raw edge to get that turned under. I didn't turn under either the hem of the bottom of the garment or the sleeves. It's a fuzzy knit, and I think that rather than add bulk there, I'm just going to leave it because I don't think it's going to ravel, and I think it looks good the way it is. One thing I did not make are these wonderful yellow shoes, and I really like what they add to the outfit. I think it just adds a great pop, as they say. They're as cute as can be. Look at those. So I purchased those from the virtual doll convention, and I only had one pair of shoes for Grace, the shoes she came with, and I saw these yellow ones. I'm like, no, I don't want to buy yellow. I want black, because she had so few things and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I wanted something basic. But they didn't have any in black that I wanted. So then when I came up with this outfit and I went back and looked at the shoes again, I realized that these were perfect for it. That if it was black, her shoes were black, that would have been kind of boring. But this is fabulous, if I do say so myself. So there you have it. There is Grace, looking great in an outfit that I wish I had. And maybe that means I need to get to sewing for myself again here sometime soon. But it's so satisfying to sew for her because it takes such a little amount of fabric. If you make something and it's a wreck, you haven't lost a whole lot of time or investment. It's just a fun way to experiment and really give you ideas about what you would like for yourself, maybe. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, thanks so much for listening, if you're still with me. And if you enjoyed this, if you found it entertaining or instructional, please give it a like, give it a little thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And thanks for listening. I truly appreciate it. Enjoy your day.